Hey, how's it going, everybody? And welcome back to Big Ball Shooting. So today, I wanted to do a comparison, and I wanted to kind of talk about, there's a saying that goes around that says it says you get what you pay for. So if you don't know, my other channel, Big Ball Vlogs, excuse me, throat. It was started to give you low-cost, comparable products without the sacrifice of quality or compromise of quality. Pretty much what I was doing was I was trying to start a vlogging channel that said, hey, you can't afford a GoPro. Here are some cameras between $30 and $60 that will give you comparable quality to a GoPro without all of the features. You get it? I could definitely go out and buy like a Cantic to show you that it was a quality gun compared to something like, my Sig here, or like I did in my previous video. I showed you that, hey, you only got $150 or $200. The PT111, PT111 is a decent quality gun for $100, $200, right? So today, what I'm going to get into is sights. And more recently, I've been on some forums on Facebook that are kind of set up for AR-15s, and one of the things that people come up with is, hey, you get what you pay for. So today's video is based on sights, actually. This video is about showing you that you can get quality sights without spending ridiculous amounts of money for a sight. In this video, I'm just going to kind of walk you through some of the sights that I bought and show you what you can get, especially when it comes to building ARs. A lot of guys are out there, they're trying to do a budget build. They just want an AR. They're not going to war with this thing. There's no like zombie apocalypse coming or nothing. They want an AR that fires, 223, 762, whatever, Grendel, 6.5 Grendel. And they want to do it cheap because they don't have the money to go out and spend $2,000 on a Noveske, a Daniel Defense, or a Spikes Tactical, but they want an AR, which you can't see right now because I got so much crap on the table. I don't want to show you how cluttered and sloppy my table looks, but my AR-9 build here was a budget build. I think I built that whole gun for less than $450. And that's as you see it with the sights and everything, and magazines. But what I want to kind of get to is sights, right? I know a lot of guys don't even use sights. I've seen some iron sights that went for, I don't know, $100 per sight. I've seen some that $300 per set. Or you want to buy $300 sights just because you want to build a $5,000 gun to brag about. Going out and spending a lot of money on it just because it's cool, tactical, I mean, that's up to you. But if you're one of these guys that wants to go out and get a decent set of sights without spending a break in the bank, I'm going to show you some options that I got here. And it's all about shopping. It's all about looking around, looking at reviews, looking at feedback, and seeing what you're going to get for that product. Amazon is a great thing. It's great for that. Even eBay now that they have eBay reviews, you can see what other guys got, and they're going to tell you what their opinions on it were. Now, you have to take some of those opinions with a grain of salt. Somebody's going to get one of these and say, oh, it came a day late, so I'm giving it 0 stars. Or somebody's going to get one and say, oh, it had a tiny little nickel and a scratch on it, so I'm going to give it 0 stars. You're going to have to do the averages. So you got to look at the reviews. You got to kind of build your own opinion on it, and then you got to look at the cost and say, am I willing to gamble? Sites like eBay and sites like Amazon are great for that because guess what? You don't like it, you can return it. So when I bought my 16-inch, it had A2 front sight on it, and I just needed a rear flip-up. I could not stand the idea of having a plastic M-bus, Magpul M-bus on the back, so I went out looking for an inexpensive flip-up rear sight, and I came across this off of like Amazon or eBay, and I think I paid maybe $12, $10 for it. I mean, it was, from what I was seeing in reviews, guys were saying, hey, it does the job, for $10 you can't beat it, stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, I'll take a gamble on it because I'm not going to go out and spend $60 on an M-bus. And at the time, I wasn't really looking for any kind of clone or anything, so I ended up picking this up for like $10. Now, in this sight, $10 is a decent sight. It's made out of aluminum. It's got a very strong spring in it. One thing about it, it doesn't flip up. Like I can't just flip it up because it has this little locking mechanism in it. But once you press that button in, which is strong, you press that button in, and it flips up and it locks into place. Now for $10, I got a sight, and let's see if I can get this in there in the photo. Decent. I love sights that don't have those freaking bolts that tighten down on the side like that. I mean, I love the fact that it had this little bolt in here, so it didn't have any protruding things sticking out the side that can get snagged on something or whatever. It looked like it had a decent adjustment wheel here. One of the things that I could see in the picture is that it had detent balls here, and it looked like it had a detent ball there. So I took a gamble. I spent like $10 on it. I got it. And for what it is worth, this is a $10 site. The only thing that is negative about this site that I don't like, but again, it's a $10 site, is it does not have any marking on the back to tell me where my center is on my rear sight here, on my two apertures here. And the other thing that it doesn't have is a locking detent. I think they meant to have a locking detent, but again, it was $10 and the manufacturing is off, so they didn't put enough milling or machining in the back of that sight there on the bottom of that post to get that detent to lock in. The only thing that it's really doing is applying pressure to the sight, to the aperture, so that it doesn't flip around on you. But it does flip around on you if I do this, if I try to adjust it. So not a bad deal. $10 versus a $60 M-Bus. This was a very good sight. And I actually used it up until the point where I bought this. This is a UTG Leapers match grade rear sight. This thing is solid. This is from UTG Leapers. I love almost every product I bought from UTG Leapers. This thing is a tank. It is well built. The coating and finishing is awesome. The actual clicks on this, look, this thing, look, I wish you, I mean, can you see, like, I'm struggling to turn this because the detent and the turns on this are extremely tight. Look how hard it is for me to flick this thing. This thing is a tank. It is solid. It is tight. There's no play. There's no slop in it at all. And then another thing about it was I liked about it, they put a spring behind this thing right here. So it opens up and slides out as you unlock this thing. So now you're not fumbling to put it on like with these. When you take the screw all the way out, this damn thing is rotating around and then you're fumbling to get it back together. This was a tank. And I think I paid maybe $20 for this one. I can't remember what the cost of it. I caught it on sale on Amazon. It was relatively inexpensive. I don't think I paid more than $20 for any of the sites that I got, including that site back there. But if you're looking for a decent sight and you got an A2 front sight on it, this UTG is a solid deal for $20. I love it. So let's move on. This set. These sets are showing up on Amazon. They're showing up on, is this the right one? Yep, this set goes together. They're showing up on Amazon. They show up on eBay. They're like $16 sight sets. Everybody likes them. I mean, again, a lot of guys are stuck on these red dots, so they go, hey, it's only a set of backup sights just in case I need it, right? And that's exactly what it is. A set of backup sights in case you need it, unless you only use iron sights. And even if you only use iron sights, these are still decent sights. They cost me $18 shipped to my door from Amazon Prime. So this is like the hooded style, or I guess I don't know what you call this. I guess it's sort of like they were trying to give you like an open type HK style front sight post there. Again, another nice set of sights for $16. Now this one has less of a, I mean, it doesn't, I don't have to press as hard to get it. Actually, I think this one actually just clicks right up. So that one's pretty good. So it clicks right up. It's got nice detents in there to hold it. It's got a nice little detent channel to hold it in place once you click it up. Nice tactile click and sound when you click it up. Listen. Probably can't hear that because the microphone, I think, on this is behind me and recording my voice. But nice tactile feel. Nice. I like this. I like the fact that they put a shoulder bolt in here because I am anal that it's going to scratch up my rail. I like the fact that they put a shoulder bolt in there instead of having a full thread on it. And it came in a set. Now, the only downside about this is because these are flip-ups, there is no elevation adjustment, so I can't adjust up and down. I can only adjust left and right. Like with this one, I can adjust up and down and left and right with the and use the front post to kind of like dial it in. This one, you don't have that. You don't have the up and down. You just have the left and right. So what you have to do is you got to try to dial it in with your front sight post there. And the only problem I have with the sight, and it's probably because I went too far, is if you can see how far I turn that front sight post down in there. There's a little bit of an edge in there. Once I turned that down so far, I couldn't press this button. That sight goes so far down into this channel that it interferes with the pressing of this button. So I had to back off a couple turns. I haven't put these back on and returned to the range with them yet and tried them out. But that's because I pulled them off. But that's the only downside I have about these sights when it comes to the front sight. Now on the back sight, for some reason, when I click it, it does not flip up when I just flip it. So I actually have to press that button. Depress that button and flip it up. But again, a nice tactile feel. I also have those 2 detent balls in there and that nice little detent channel that holds it in. Nice finish on it, but it tends to scratch easily. As you can see, it's starting to scratch up already from the roll on those detent balls, and then around the plunger here, it's a little bit scratched up. But it's got a nice turn, nice tactile clicking, detented adjustment wheel on the side, and it's also got the markers to show you where center is. Now, and that's a little detent ball abrasion, but that little white line there is the center. And it's got 2 apertures, which have a nice tactile click to them too. So they click up and click down. Again, $18 for a set of sights versus, you know, like $300 for the fancy sights that I've told you about. Another $15 A2 handle that I bought, 15 bucks, eBay. Again, guys are saying, hey, it works, and it does. Again, I like the fact that it has shoulder bolts in here, but I do not like the fact that it has these big old knobs on the side, so I really want to get rid of those. And I want to get one that's got like a quick detached lever like that or something like that if I can find one, but I really can't find one without spending like 80, 90, 100 bucks on it, only just a handle, which, you know, again, I don't think I need to spend 100 bucks on any sight, including a handle. So again, another low cost buy here, $15 for this shit from eBay, I believe. So let's get into the piece of resistance. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay, so this was the reason that I really wanted to shoot this video, because these, if you're looking for quality at a low cost, these, again, another Leapers UTG product. I've got so many of their things, and all of them seem to be super quality to me at a low cost. This, my friends, this is a whole different ball game when it comes to sights and low cost. So each one of these sights cost me $20 individually, so it was a $40 set. Right, $40, packaging decent, right? Nothing super. I mean, it doesn't come in no big old wooden box or nothing with, you know, something I'm just going to throw away anyway. But let's get them out of the box and take a look at what we get here for $40. And this is, to be honest with you, this is more expensive than I would ever spend. Like $40 was a stretch for me. So this is like, for me, this is like expensive sights, right? Because like I'm like, you know, $15-$20 is as much I'm going to spend on some sights, because as long as they hit target and they don't fall apart, I don't see spending 300 bucks. But let's take a look at these at $20 a piece and look at what you get for $20. Now compare this to an M-Bus sight. This is anodized aluminum. Look at the markings on this thing. Even on the bottom where you wouldn't even freaking see it, they got a UTG logo on the bottom etched in there. You've got markers on the back to show you where your sensors are. And when it comes to tactile, listen to this. Well, actually, I gotta press the button on this one. Let's see. It's nice, man. So it's a new sight, so I didn't press it far enough, but it's nice. You can hear that click. Let's see if we do it without talking. Nice tactile click there, and then let's see. There's a tactile click for this one. Listen. Nice tactile clip there. Nice stainless steel detent ball in here. You can see that. I don't have my light on, so nice little stainless steel detent ball in there. And then here you got this big old ceramic detent ball down there, which is excellent. I love that. Quality, the only thing I'm complaining about on this one is that I did not use a shoulder bolt, right? So I don't have, this is going to scratch my rail. Whatever, it's an AR, right? It's not a beauty queen, not a safe queen. So clicking, a little bit looser than this, but still nice detent to it, nice tactile clicks to it. Not something that's just going to keep rotating. So there's $20 worth of quality for you. Now let's take a look at more detail. Look at these little machining marks here. Look how it's actually just set up. Look how it's shaped. Let's get it folded out actually. Ah man, I try to do this to the camera. Okay, there we go. All right, so fold it out. That's what you're gonna get for a rear sight. So you got these little machine marks here. You've got nice shape to it. I love the shape. And another thing about it, while it's not mounted on the rifle, which was evident in some of the other sights I have, if I can find one, because I don't know when I put them to the side. Okay, this one. When this is laying flat back, all the way back, if I got it like that, this, and this is my wide open, my big aperture. This touches the rifle. You can see right there where it's worn from touching the rifle. So it sits kind of flat like that. This was designed so that when it's bolted down, the rear sight does not touch the rifle. It hovers above the rifle. Almost dropped that. So you can see how that kind of like sits up a little bit higher than your clamping point, and it sits flat. So your apertures don't touch your rifle. If you're anal and don't want to scratch up your rifle, your apertures don't touch your rifle. Front sight is almost, in my opinion, a little bit more beautiful than the rear sight. So front sight, again, I don't like the fact that it has a full threaded bolt there instead of a shouldered bolt. Still got that UTG etching in the bottom. It's got a marker that tells you which direction to turn your front sight if you want to adjust it. And it's also got that tactile ball, that big ceramic ball in the center there. And it's got, if we can get this pressed in. Again, it is really hard trying to do this to the camera because I can't see what I'm doing. All right. Let's get that flipped up. Oh, that one, you don't even have to do it. For some reason, that one just flips up like the other one did. Flipped back, flipped up. You don't have to really press it. You got it fully adjustable. And look at the side machining there. Tell me if that ain't beautiful there. Again, for 20 bucks. So that's all, guys. You can get quality, or let's say quality. Yeah, you can get quality and you can get function for less than spending $300, $400, $200, $100 on a set of flip-up sights or even a set of iron sights. You just gotta shop around. But if you, again, I'm not gonna knock you. If you got the cash and you want to go out and spend 400 bucks on a pair of sights, when you can build another rifle or another pistol, whatever, it's up to you. So hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for all the new follows. I'll get back to you soon with more stuff. Please leave comments below. I'm always open to learn. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.